Oh my god. Everything I say is based on my own opinions and experience. I'm not speaking for the public, and my feedback should be treated as such. You are watching Nico Evaluates. With 25 years of experience on Mega Man games, 7 years of doing the No Miss Buster Only challenge, and countless Snupster Races, as well as being the QA tester for Mega Man Unlimited, I'm here to tell you my honest opinion on different Mega Man games, so sit tight and learn. Hello people and welcome back to Nico Evaluates Mega Man Dr. Wily's Final Attack. Well, we get test... Oh! It just loads the game. So there's no actual different save files, you just have this one. Which is okay, why would you need more? I guess we're just gonna go in order here, why not? Seems like a good plan. Earthman. Familiar tiles there. Heartman maybe? I can't recall now. It's hard to recall different tiles when you're playing a completely different game. But it does remind me of Heartman tiles. They're not completely the same, but I think that has been used as the groundwork for these new tiles. Yeah, this game does need a graphical update very badly. But the skipper was a good sport about it. I love your comment. My eyes aren't bleeding exactly, but it's not beautiful. This game again feels like something that was done after I critiqued several games, because it closely follows my guidelines for making a great game. Not that I am the voice of reason or anything, but it's fun to see things that you've talked about previously and tend to actually see them in action. Just like here. Got this teaching element here about this enemy. Maybe this is hand-holding a bit too much. You know, there is also the other end, which is hand-holding. You have to balance between hand-holding and teaching the player. This is what I'd call hand-holding. It's, I think, a bit too obvious that it's trying to teach you. And again, I don't like the single block wide gaps. They should always be at least 2 blocks wide. And it just makes the game look a bit poor. But nevertheless, I can understand why that teaching element was there. It's a hectic enemy. Oh, that's not what I was expecting. Oversight? You probably know what I'm talking about. Why does the shockwave extend over the platform? That doesn't make any sense. That is not good. I'm not sure if you just failed to fix that, or if you really... I'm not sure if you just failed to fix it, or what happened there, but that shockwave should definitely not extend over the platforms. Nobody's gonna know that's gonna happen. And I kinda like the little pause that you get when you pick up energy. Sure, you can die like that on the original games if you pick up energy over the pit, but that's part of the Mega Man experience. I really like the pause when you pick up energy, and this game doesn't have it. At least give the option in the options menu to toggle that on or off. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this to hit us here. It is nicking our little toe there, but it's a good hitbox there. That's a little bit of a trap. I see how that is. This stage so far has a bit of a weird terrain. The positioning might be good, but the level layout is a bit strange. So it doesn't work out as well as it might otherwise. You have to balance between making the enemies good and making the stage work around the enemies. You can't just make good placements if the terrain is ass. I do like this enemy here. Little homing shots, and when you get close, they'll pop out. Maybe they pop out too fast, look at that, because when you're close, they'll just keep popping out. There's no waiting period. It's close to 0. Give it a little bit of a pause until it jumps again. That's way too fast, I think. Add 1 second there for it to hop again. Because because when you get hit, you'll just get hit repeatedly. You're trying to get away after you've gotten hit, and you just end up getting hit again and again and again. It's a bit too fast. Otherwise, what a fun enemy. Haven't seen seen this before. Maybe it's from another classic game that I haven't played, but nevertheless, that's a fun design. You could make these pits look better here. Alternated tiles around them. Now it just looks like you cut off the ground abruptly there. So it's very important to pay attention to your styling of the stages and make them look beautiful with different tiles around other tiles. And now it just looks like it's cut off, the rocks just stop. Maybe do the little green border that you did on top of here to make it look a bit better. It comes off as lazy when you don't do that. It looks, it's not done. It makes it look like an equivalent to today's early access games. Oh man. I'm not gonna even start to talk about those. So let's see, we have to lure this guy. One thing that I don't like in the designs of these stages is that you overuse the one block wide platforms too much, like here. This whole screen is full of these long lines of blocks. It's just one tile wide. It makes it look poor. It makes it look like Mega Maker, like you just scattered blocks here and there for fun. So pay attention to the level design itself. And what I mean by that is the beauty of the stage. It kind of looks cheap, like this, with the one block wide platforms and vertical lines here. And again here the ground kind of cuts off. But I do like the overall layout of the stage, but you can make that more beautiful. Look at the attention to detail here. To easily make this jump, you removed this block up here. Although that was the fault of your design in the first place, having a jump like this here. But you have found a way to fix it. That's strange, when you pause the game, it takes for a while to the weapon to come on the screen. Oh, nice. Although it doesn't kill those spines, but that's okay. I'm wondering about that gap there. If we ever acquire a slide in this game, maybe there's a secret there. I'm just guessing at this point. Okay. I was kinda expecting that, although... Now what? I guess I have to reset the screen, or I can just... do that. That's a fun mechanic there. I enjoy that. Nice energy crab. I'm very curious if that kills us in one hit or not. Okay, it doesn't. It looks a bit too much like a death spike. I would just make that into a rock or something, and it's hovering in mid-air. Just make it land on the platform. And don't make it look like death spike. That gives me the assumption that it's gonna kill us in one hit. Also, the shadows underneath here. I'm not sure if it's just on my version of the game, but these shadows here look extremely poor. They're like baby blue. I'm not sure what has happened there. The shadows don't look good. And sometimes you can scroll the screen, sometimes you can't. I'm not sure what that's about. And if you look at the clouds very carefully here, there are white blocks inside the clouds. That has probably something to do with how you made the game, but that gives a very cheap looking feel to the game when I can see the outlines of the blocks. I'm gonna decrease the contrast so you can see it in the video. If your monitor is not well configured, you probably can't even see that, but I'm gonna show you what I mean. That looks cheap as hell. You can do better, I'm sure of that. So let's see how this... oh, it appears, yeah. You just keep going back and forth here because the screen scrolls back. Why does it scroll back here when it doesn't scroll back anywhere else? And it's in the most inconvenient spot in the game so far. Open your eyes. There we go. We can see again. So far it's a pretty fun weapon here. Oh, I didn't even see those spikes down there. I wasn't looking at it because when you come to the screen, you're paying attention to the mess and you're trying to kill them. At the same time, you're looking at the spines and what they're doing. You don't even see the spikes until it might be too late. So I would color them orange. Or a similar color there to make them stand out a bit more. A good thing I looked down there. Another hideous sprite here, but we have already talked about the hideousness of this game, so let's just concentrate on the actual game, which by so far looks to be just a pretty good game here. I keep sliding for some reason. So, when an enemy has a projectile, like this guy has that hand, we can scroll that back. When you kill the enemy, I would hope that the hand would keep going. It would fly off screen, but instead it just vanishes. So that's one thing I always hope. If an enemy has a projectile, don't get rid of the projectile when the enemy itself dies. Let it go on the screen and see what happens. That's one thing that you have to keep in mind when you play a Mega Man game, is when to kill the enemy so you don't get hit by the projectile. It would be fun to see that here as well, because that's part of the Mega Man experience, really. That's extremely cheap-looking nail. Kind of looks like the nails from Nail Man stage in Mega Man Unlimited, but done by a 5-year-old. This is rather infuriating here. So you actually want me to go to the other side, although we could potentially do that. There we go. That's a fun use of the weapon there. But how would we do that? Are these insta-kill? Nope, that's a good thing, because it doesn't look like that spike there. So maybe there is... Yeah, it's about the timing. When you scroll the met on the screen, that will decide the outcome of this part. So I just happened to scroll the met on the screen at a very unfortunate timing. That's why the timing was so bad for me. So another case of positioning the met along with the spike to better work in the situation would be cool to see. And now we get to test this one out. Well, learned my lesson there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the shockwave just looks poor when it extends over the platforms. So like here, when you kill this enemy, the hand should come back, and you should still have to dodge it. That's your punishment for killing the enemy at the wrong time. That's one thing I would like to see. And these long jumps, never was a fan, but because of it's for the one-up crab, I can excuse that. That's when I can excuse long fucking gaps. So, okay job so far in this stage. Positioning again very good. Just these one tile wide gaps I'm not a fan of. Like here, the tiles just don't look good. Oh god. That projectile blends to the background too much. It's the exact same color as the background. Definitely make the background darker or change the projectile color. It's almost invisible for me. It's a fun looking enemy. It reminds me of the enemies from Chip and Dale, actually. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was my fault for scrolling the enemy back in, but it's so easy to do here. You just go back because you're trying to avoid the next guy. Positioning again. A little bit questionable in this stage so far, but it's not bad. Uh-oh. Flintstones comes to mind from this. Has a similar section. Uh-oh. I actually like this. Good job so far. Uh-oh. Another timing section here. I don't know if I agree with this enemy. I would have done a different enemy, like a cannon on the wall or something on this part. Don't just overuse an enemy on a part that it doesn't really, it doesn't look good in. It's just trapped there. Just replace it with a cannon or something if you wanna have projectiles in this room. Don't overuse the old sprites. Again, that's just being lazy. Make new enemies for new rooms. Don't just make the enemies look like they're trapped in a wall just for the sake of a gimmick. It's a bit of a rough spot here, but doable. A bit of an overusage of mechanics in this stage so far. Uh-oh. Yeah. There we go. The water also looks poor. The tiles, you can clearly see the different outlines of the tiles there. It doesn't look good, and you can see the whole body of Mega Man behind it. Of course, you would see him underwater anyway, but you know what I mean. It just doesn't look good. But here, now it looks better. Oh, that's a fun redesign of the shrimp enemies from Mega Man 2. Very fun redesign, actually. Maybe the thruster part of the enemy would be better if it was actually thrusting in the direction, or in the opposite direction it's actually moving in. So now when the thruster is at the bottom, it kind of doesn't make any sense. But that's a cool enemy. I really like that design. There we go. Uh-huh. And now... Mega Buster. Lovely Mega Buster. Whoa! A bit too close to my liking, this enemy up here. But, because the enemy works so well, doesn't matter. This game also has the issue that when you press down on a ladder, you go way back on it, and you... See how way back we went? Press down once? We even swapped screens there. So when you press down, you should not go down that far. So I have to climb all this way back up to reorient myself. Can I jump up there? I really want to do that for some reason. Yes, I can. That's fun. Okay. Seems like the stage is, I think, trying to overcomplicate itself. It's using same kind of enemies a lot. Uh-oh. See what we can do here. There's probably a prize down there. No? Uh-oh. Can we just wait it? Yeah, why not? We got rewarded for not being dumb. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. I like those miniature spikes, though. I didn't even notice the checkpoint text come on that screen. The game is so bright at times. Saturation is cranked so high up. Like red and blue together, this bright, really hurts my eyes. But we've already disclosed that. I just sometimes repeat things to really drive the point on. Let's get back to business here. That guy takes so many hits. I don't... I'm not sure if it's good or bad. Oh, there we go. Nice. You just pause for a little bit and you can dodge that easily. Huh. That was smart by me. I think the game is a bit too lenient when it comes to checkpoints. There's like 3 checkpoints per stage or something, and they're just placed in a way where if you die just before the gate, it's not a big deal, you just go a few screens back. So the punishment for dying, I don't think is adequate enough. Holy shit, guts, man. Oh god. But I think that's very simple, if that's the whole pattern. It feels like the Robot Masters so far are missing at least one more pattern to them. They just have 2 gimmicks so far. You basically learn these Robot Masters so far in about 5 seconds. You just have to know where to stand here and you'll be golden. Let's see, if I look at the ground, that's one spot to land. And we are done. That's the whole pattern we learned it in just a few seconds. Which is kind of a poor thing. It doesn't pose much of a challenge. So far these 2 Robot Masters are extremely simple. I don't agree Robot Masters being this easy. But we're gonna see if that trend continues or not. Maybe we have to start shooting him to kill him at some point. That was my bad, I accidentally pressed jump. I think we missed a letter. We're gonna go back for it at some point. It's probably in an obvious spot. Oh well. Somebody said I really need to get letters. So we're gonna do that. Get the litters. Oh well, a bit too simplistic here, but not bad. Like I'd rather have this than what we have in Street Fighter Cross Mega Man, for example. So apparently this artwork here was borrowed. It's not an original piece of work. That looks like a cool weapon. Alright, save it. Next one, Weatherman. Let's see how that does. There we go. Oh my god. It's like I'm playing a game from a kid who really wants to make a fan game, doesn't know how, and he's still proud of it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, regroup. Oh. Okay. This is the ugliest motherfucking stage I've ever seen. Erratic enemies. I kinda like them. I'm not gonna even comment on the artwork of this stage. I think this is hands down the worst looking stage so far in this entire series we've done. Like, holy shit. I thought this was a joke at first. What is going on? But the stage design is so good. I would actually hope you get hit by that propeller. I don't know why, it kinda makes sense, I guess. But it's so slow. Just make it do damage worth of 1 hit point or something, maybe. If you're gonna go that route. This stage is actually so ugly, I don't even wanna play it. Like, it makes me wanna skip this stage. It's so fugly. I'm just gonna play through this, I don't... Oh, it's a thermometer attached to a bullseye. That's on top of a walking robot that's firing vaginas. It's surely something I do for my video game. It's a cool enemy. Background is okay. Like right now. Thank God we're inside. Yeah, my eyes did bleed there. You are correct. Man. That's... Like that... You can't be serious with that, with those, tiles. What happened? Let's see, ice physics. Oh no. First time we have ice physics and we can't even test them. Oh, they're not ice? Oh. Okay then. These look too much like ice platforms. Yet they are not. Oh, I thought that was energy. Damn it. Oh! Well, we got filled up now. Yeah, I really thought those were, those had ice... Oh, boy. Another case of poorly placed checkpoint. Don't place enemies right next to you when you come back. Of course you're gonna jump into them. You can't remember where the enemies were. Because they don't appear until the checkpoint text or the ready text is gone. So don't place enemies near checkpoints. It just doesn't work out. Oh god, I didn't even see that propeller. This stage has too much graphics. Wait. Isn't that from Tailspin? That enemy looks like the guy from the cloud from Tailspin. This platform here makes you think you're gonna roll around in it because of the graphics it has. The stage is just too busy when it comes to graphics. I just don't like this one. Let's try this weapon here. Looks kinda cool. You can hold it down like a needle cannon. It goes up and down. So it's basically like a good needle cannon. I actually like it even when I haven't actually hit anything with it yet. Uh-oh. That's bad. There we go. How am I supposed to make this jump? Can I buster this? Oh, I can actually, yeah. What the hell is going on? When you swap your weapon, Mega Man turns around. I'm not even pressing anything. Oh, my inputs aren't on the screen again. My bad. Well, now they are. So I'll look at my controller when I'm swapping weapons. Yeah, I'm not pressing the D-pad, yet I'm turning around when I come off the menu. What the hell? This positioning here, not the greatest. That was a bit rough. Okay, here just gotta trust the platforms. Alright. Kind of busy, this stage. A lot of colors. Hard to pay attention to all of it. So bright. But as a stage, it's not bad. Once you get over the ugly tiles. What the hell? That's a bit of a dumb placement there. Too cramped for my taste. What the... Oh, there we go. Nicely done playing around your physics in that way. This looks a bit better, but again, it is not looking good. That enemy has a flat surface. I've criticized enemies with flat surfaces because you can never land on them. It looks like you could, but that is not the case in most cases. That's an easy one up. A bit too easy, maybe. These fan enemies are fun. Nothing wrong with those. Oh. This kinda messes up with your brain, because the fence... You would think that these are on the same plane here, but then you drop through and you're panicking a bit. Yeah, the fence here, or the bush, looks a bit too much like ground. So it is driving me crazy here. That is a piss poor placement again there. It's gonna kill you for no reason there. I barely saw that. So a bit of work is needed in this stage's placements. But it's not bad. Just a couple of weird things. I understand the idea behind the stage now. It's changing time of the year as we go through it. It's a fun idea. Shame that it looks like shit. I really like the enemies. Fun designs. Here we go. Just, mechanics just make sense. It's fun to see. Fan enemies are easy to understand. That's again, this positioning. This is just like, look at this. I can't reach the enemy, and I can't kill the fan either. So it's just like, take a leap of faith, motherfucker. I'm not gonna do that. I have weapons. But if you just have the buster, man, this is rough. There we go. For buster. That is just... I don't agree with difficulty curve that high. Maybe I should have killed the thing up there before I landed there, but that's hindsight now. Oh. Well, okay, let's see what you're made of. Whoa. Well, walking animation is pretty nice. Oh god. I keep jumping too early. Nice, the wind effect. Straight from Ninja Gaiden. Although he kind of homes on us, which I don't like that much. Suddenly the difficulty curve went up. This guy's raising havoc on us. So this guy seems to have more patterns built for him. Nice, we have his weakness as well. But let's see what he does. He's fast as hell. There we go. So he was homing on us before, I'm not sure what that was about. Whoa. Oh, yeah, kinda like this guy as well. Ooh. Oh man, he has a lot of attacks. Suddenly a completely different styled robot master from the others. They were so simple and easy, and this one here makes you wish that you'd never went up against him. Ooh. Like the patterns and all, different attacks. It's really... I can't say that this is bad. Kinda actually enjoyed. It's still hard for me to dodge the spark attack. Well, it's not hard to dodge the spark attack itself, but when he runs up against me, that's the problem I have there. Yeah, something that was mentioned in the comments that I failed to mention, because I was like, should I mention it or not, is the energy bar of the Robot Master is not aligned the same way than our hilt. It's one block to the right. That's a cool Robot Master. Well, if you agreed on what I said, leave a like. If you're from Malaysia, leave 20 dislikes. Catch you next time.